Hello and welcome to another Wobbly Camera Guy video. If you enjoyed that transitions that you saw at the very start of this video between two video clips utilising the shrinking, vertical and horizontal bars, then I'm going to show you how to do this, and this is utilising Hitfilm Express. So let's get started. So in my timeline I've got two simple video clips here, and what I'd like to do is utilise that method as you've just seen. So what we need to do is click on the first video. Click on the little symbol there, which is making a composite shot. Hit the defaults. Click the little symbol there. Click on to transform. And what we're going to utilise today is the scale prompt. So what we need to do is come across to our video clip where we'd like the scaling to start. In this case, I'm going to make it around about sort of 8 seconds. It doesn't have to be accurate. I need to click that little symbol there, and what that actually does, it separates out now the vertical and horizontal scaling. So in other words, if that symbol was still in, then if you tried to scale the actual video shot, it would scale both vertically and horizontal equally. Well, we don't want that, so that's why I clicked that. So the two tables you can see there, the two figures, the left one there is for horizontal and the right one there is for vertical, and that's for the scaling. So this is where we want our scaling to start. So we hit the scale little icon there, that puts a little keyframe there. We're going to move our timeline cursor around about sort of a second or so into our video clip. It doesn't need to be too precise there, so it's just a demonstration. And what I'd like to do now is to reduce the height of the video clip to around about sort of 10%. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to simply type in 10. You can see there now our screen has shrunk down to 10%. And then what I'd like to do then is to carry on right to the very end of the video clip. But what I'd like to do also is to shrink the video from the left and the right as well. In other words, sort of shrink it horizontal as well as vertically. So I'm now going to change that figure to 0. And I'm also going to change that figure to 0. So there is our little keyframe. So if I pull the timeline cursor back and just quickly play it, as you can see there, we start off normal, and then it shrinks right down, and then we're off completely. It just repeats the video now, so it's going to stop that. What I'm going to do is just highlight those little sort of keyframes, do a right click, do temporal interpolation, and just hit smooth. That just makes it a smoother sort of transition as it goes through. That's our first sort of video clip, and what we need to do is a very similar sort of thing to the second video clip. So I'm going to come across. This is the very start of our video clip here. Again, we're going to make a composite shot, so I'm going to hit that symbol there. Click on the defaults as we did before. Click on the same symbol, hit transform, and now we're going to start our transformation from virtually sort of nothing. So again, what we need to do is click that little symbol there so we can have differential horizontal and vertical scaling. Again, what we need to do is to put the vertical scaling to 0. What I'm going to do is just put the width to 0.5, because if it was down to 0, you wouldn't actually see a growing, if you like, part of the actual sort of start of the video as it starts to vertically grow. So let's put your little sort of key point there. I'm going to move around about 1 second into the video clip. Now I'm going to make now the vertical 100%. I'm just typing these in because it's just a lot easier. As you can see there it is. So when I play that back, you can see it growing up to 100%. Put the timeline cursor back to that last sort of keyframe. We're now going to move on another second, so onto 2 there, and then we're going to make the horizontal sort of scaling also 100%. And then what we'll do, I'll quickly play that back. See it grow vertically, and then it opens up. And that's just a nice way of actually sort of blending two video clips together. I'm going to do the same as I did on the first part of the video, and that's just to use temporal interpolation and just smooth those out. It just makes a sort of smoother run. So go back into the editor. If we bring our timeline cursor to around about that point there, if we just now play that sequence, shrinks right down, opens back up. It's a bit jittery on the playback in Hitfilm Express, and it's well known for that, but I'll show you that video clip I showed at the start of the video so you can see actually how it comes out when it's nice and smooth. So here we go. And as you can see, it just makes a nice transition between two video clips. Just something a little bit different, perhaps to the normal controls and effects that you get with Hitfilm Express. Anyway, I thought that might prove useful to yourself, and if you enjoyed that, and perhaps if you give me a thumbs up, there's plenty more Hitfilm videos on my channel, so please pop across and have a look at that. But in the meantime, appreciate you watching, and I'll catch up with you soon.